Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Poor Boy's Little Homestead. Today I was out checking on my trees I planted in the fall. This is my 2 elderberries. I planted in the late fall, and you see they done budded out and leafing out. Everything's leafing out early this year. This is my 2nd elderberry. Planted at the same time I planted both these elderberries out here. This is my pear tree. Now I planted it back in the spring of 2020. And even though the little limbs ain't 6 inches long up here, it had 5 or 6 good figs on it last year, but it's done budded out and leafing out. Tighten this limb down a little bit, it needs to be. I want it to grow out. This here's my Dorset golden apple tree. I planted it in an anti-apple tree. I believe it was in February. You see the golden is steady budding out. Every one of them spots is making little buds already. And over here is my anti-apple tree. You see it budded way early and got leaves growing up a storm. When I stake these trees, I use packing tape to tape them to my stakes. That way when the tree gets bigger, it'll break away that tape on its own. This here's a crisper pear tree. And I come around in the late fall and I tied the limbs down with some strings because I want them to grow out, not just all straight up. And I guess I had one of my strings a little tight, and you see it broke one of my limbs. But that limb's still alive, because look at the blooms. This is March the 16th. And it's already blooming that well. But I'm going to show y'all how you can save a limb on a tree or a plant so you won't lose that limb. Now, trees and plants is just like us humans. We break our leg, you go get a cast put on it, and the doctor does what he needs to do. And by the act of God, how he made us, you grow back together. Well, plants are the same way. So we finna put us a stent on this limb and show y'all that you can save this limb. And what I got here is I just got that's just a shish bob stick. And I got some tape hanging right here. That's just packing tape. I ain't using regular Scotch tape. That packing tape's good and tough. It's got them little strings in it. And we're gonna put a stent on this tree limb. So what I'm gonna do before I disturb it, I'm gonna tape the bottom of my stent real good to the bottom portion of that limb below where it broke. Try to do this where you ain't got to move that limb but one time. So you need to get this part taped on without disturbing as least as possible. I'm going to take another piece of tape. I'm going to make sure this bottom's taped. I'm going to tape it around the main branch on the tree. Now this tape, the reason you want to use the tape is so when this tree's growing, The limb's gonna grow back together and heal back together just like your leg or your arm or your finger or any other bone in your body. But when that tree starts growing too big around, this tape, it'll break it loose. If you tied it with wire or something, that tree would grow and your wire would be inside your tree. This tape, it'll break it loose when it gets tight enough. They sell tape that they say's used for this, but you can take just packing tape. You can take duct tape or black electrical tape if you wanted to. I'll put a good couple of wraps to make sure it stays on. Now, I don't cover where the limb broke itself. I ain't gonna cover that with tape because I want air to get to that. But I'll tape it in 3 or 4 places because I don't want no wind to come up. When it starts growing back together, healing, then the wind come up, break it again. I tape it in 3 or 4 pieces good. And this limb here, being this done broke, it's gonna grow up on me that way because I ain't gonna try to pull it over no more since it's done broke once on me. Next year, I might try to put a string on it like I did these to hold them like that. You can see I got it bent pretty good because it was going straight up. But if you let that tree go straight up, then all your fruit's gonna be up there wired up together. You tie that tree, and eventually it'll start growing in that direction, then you can take your strings off. But guys, that there is how you repair a damaged tree or plant limb, and you can save it. So thanks for watching. God bless and have a great day.